The silence in this house is a new kind of heavy. It's been 3 days since Eleanor's funeral, and every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of wind outside feels like a question I can't answer. 53 years. 53 years of shared breakfasts, of whispered goodnights, of building a life that, from the outside, seemed utterly perfect. Everyone said so. They'd gaze at us, Eleanor and I, with a mixture of admiration and envy. Alistair, you two are the gold standard. A true love story. I'd smile, a practiced, comfortable smile, and nod. But the truth, the raw, aching truth, is that the man they saw, the man Eleanor married, was a stranger to me, and perhaps a stranger to her as well. If you've ever felt the quiet dread of living a life that isn't truly yours, if you've ever wondered what it costs to be an illusion, then listen closely. This isn't a story about a broken marriage, not in the way most people understand it. It's far more insidious than that. It's about a marriage built on a lie, a beautiful, gilded cage I constructed with my own hands, locking both of us inside. And now, at 80 years old, with her empty chair mocking me from across the dining room table, I finally understand the price of that pretense. It cost me my soul. It cost us a genuine connection. And it cost me the chance to truly be seen, to be loved for who I truly was. If my words stir something within you, a recognition of a path you might be treading, then perhaps there's still time for you to turn back. I remember the day I decided to become someone else. I was 22, fresh out of university, and Eleanor, with her bright eyes and incandescent spirit, was everything I thought I wanted. Her family, old money, expected a certain kind of man, a man with ambition, a clear career path, a solid future. I, Alistair, the quiet boy who loved poetry and dreamed of traveling the world with a worn backpack, was not that man, but the version of Alistair they wanted, the one Eleanor seemed to gravitate towards, was. So I started building him, brick by meticulous brick. I chose law, not because I loved justice, but because it sounded respectable. It was a path that promised stability, prestige, and the approval of those whose opinions I foolishly valued above my own. The mask was heavy at first. The polished shoes, the forced conversations about market trends and legal precedents. Every morning, I'd look in the mirror, and the stranger would stare back. He shut my eyes, my nose, but the spark, the mischievous glint that was truly mine, was slowly being extinguished. Eleanor, of course, loved him. She saw the successful young lawyer, the man who could provide the pillar of the community. She'd beam with pride at cocktail parties, her hand resting on my arm, a silent testament to the life we were building. And I, in turn, would feel a hollow satisfaction, a fleeting warmth that quickly faded into the familiar chill of inauthenticity. We bought a house in the suburbs, a grand, imposing structure that screamed success. I filled it with expensive art, antique furniture, all the trappings of a life well lived, a life I didn't truly desire. My evenings were spent poring over legal briefs, not the travel journals I secretly devoured in the quiet hours of the night. My weekends were filled with golf and charity events, not the solitary hikes in the mountains that truly nourished my spirit. I became a masterful actor, playing the role of the devoted husband, the accomplished professional, the man who had it all. And the more convincing my performance, the deeper the chasm grew between the man I presented to the world and the man I truly was. There were moments, fleeting glimpses, when the real Alistair would try to surface. A sudden urge to quit my job, to sell everything, and simply disappear into the unknown. A quiet longing to tell Eleanor about the poetry I wrote in secret, the stories I dreamed of telling, the yearning for a life unburdened by expectation. But the fear, that suffocating fear of disappointing her, of shattering the illusion, always won. The mask was too firmly affixed. The foundations of the lie were too deeply laid, and so I continued to play the part year after year, decade after decade, until the character I'd created became more real to the world than my true self. Our conversations, once filled with youthful dreams and shared laughter, slowly devolved into discussions about household budgets, social engagements, and the children's schooling. We spoke of practicalities, of duties, of responsibilities, but the deeper currents, the unspoken desires, the private fears, remained submerged. I never told her about the suffocating weight of my career, the desperate need for something more, something authentic. And she, I realize now, never truly knew the man behind the carefully constructed fuck. We lived side by side, two strangers sharing a bed, a home, and a lifetime of unspoken truths. The pain of this pretense was a slow burn, a constant, dull ache beneath the surface of my perfectly composed life. It wasn't the dramatic anguish of betrayal or heartbreak. It was something far more insidious, the erosion of self, the quiet death of dreams. I watched friends pursue their passions, stumble, fall, and rise again, all the while living lives that felt messy, real, and vibrant. And the first, in my pristine, perfectly ordered existence, felt only a profound emptiness, a void that no amount of material success or social admiration could ever fill. As the years blurred into decades, the lines between Alistair, the man, and Alistair, the character, began to blur. I started to forget who I was, what I truly wanted. My desires became secondary to my duties, my passions mere footnotes in the grand narrative of my manufactured life. The silence within me grew louder than any external noise. It was the silence of a soul unexpressed, a life unlived. Then came the illness. Eleanor, always so vibrant, so full of life, began to fade. The doctor spoke of time, of declining health, of the inevitable, and in those final, fragile months, as I sat by her bedside, holding her hand, the mask began to crack. Truly looked at her. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, her face, etched with the wisdom of age and the ravages of sickness, was still beautiful. But it was also a stranger's face, a face I had never truly known, because I had never allowed her to truly know me. There was a moment, just days before she passed, when she looked up at me, her eyes clouded with fatigue, but still holding a flicker of her old spark. "Alistair," she whispered, her voice frail. "Are you happy?" The question hung in the air, a delicate, almost accusatory echo of a truth I had spent a lifetime burying. My throat tightened, my heart pounded. This was it, the chance, the moment to shed the mask, to confess the charade, to finally, brutally, honestly tell her everything. To tell her that I had loved her, yes, but that I had also resented the life I'd built for her, for us. To tell her about the poet hidden beneath the lawyer, the adventurer longing to escape the suburban cage. To tell her that I had sacrificed my true self, and in doing so, had robbed us both of a genuine connection. But the words wouldn't come. They were trapped, suffocated by 53 years of silence, by the fear of shattering her peace in her final moments. I looked into her eyes, those beautiful, tired eyes, and saw only the reflection of the man she thought she knew, the perfect husband, the strong provider, the lie. And so I smiled, a gentle, practiced smile, and squeezed her hand. Of course, my love, I lied, my voice thick with unshed tears. I've been incredibly happy. She smiled back, a faint, contented smile, and closed her eyes. And in that moment, I knew I had sealed my fate. The truth would die with me, or so I thought. Now, she is gone, and the silence in this house is deafening. It's no longer just the absence of her voice, her laughter, her presence. It's the roar of all the words I never spoke, all the truths I never shared, all the years I spent living a lie. I walk through these familiar rooms, these monuments to our perfect life, and I see them for what they truly are. A stage for a performance that lasted 5 decades. Every photograph on the mantelpiece, every framed memory shows a man I barely recognize, a man who achieved everything society told him to, but lost himself in the process. The most agonizing realization is this: I believe, with a certainty that chills me to the bone, that Eleanor would have loved the real Alistair, the flawed, imperfect, poetry-loving, adventurous Alistair. She loved me. I know she did. But she loved the idea of me, the projection I so carefully crafted. And I denied her the chance to love the messy, authentic truth. I denied myself the chance to be loved for who I truly was. That is the ultimate tragedy. To spend a lifetime with someone, building a life together, only to realize you lived it with a ghost of yourself, and she, unknowingly, married one too. My greatest regret is not the things I did, but the person I failed to be. It's the quiet erosion of identity, the slow, deliberate suffocation of my own spirit. It's the profound, irreversible loss of a genuine connection that could have blossomed if only I had dared to be vulnerable, to be true. I spent a lifetime chasing external validation, the approval of others, at the cost of my own soul. And now, at the precipice of my own existence, I am left with a profound, unshakable emptiness. So, if you're listening, if you're somewhere in your 30s, your 40s, even your 50s, and you feel the subtle tug of the quiet hum of a life not truly yours, pay attention. Don't wait until the chair is empty. Don't wait until the opportunity to speak your truth has vanished forever. Don't wait until the mirror reflects a stranger. The costs of maintaining appearances, of playing a role, is far greater than any perceived security or social acceptance. It costs you your very essence. It costs you the chance to be truly loved, truly seen, for the magnificent, flawed, authentic human being you are. Don't die before you've truly lived. Don't let your epitaph read, "He was a good actor." Live now. Be honest now. Be vulnerable now. Because there's still time for you. Time to shatter the illusion, to embrace the messy truth, to build connections based on authenticity, not pretense. Time to live a life where the man in the mirror is not a stranger, but a cherished friend. My time for that kind of radical honesty with Eleanor is gone. But yours, if you dare to seize it, is still here. You can still choose to live a life that is truly yours, a life unburdened by the weight of unsaid truths. Don't make my mistakes. Live authentically. Love authentically. Before the silence becomes your only companion. If this story resonates with you, if it stirs a recognition Then please share your own reflections in the comments below. Let us learn from each other's journeys so that no one else has to carry the weight of a lifetime of pretense.